What's up, Capstone family? This is Drummond coming at you on this Friday, the 11th of June. I hope you're having an amazing day, amazing week. Another exceptionally busy week here at Capstone. So busy that we are now going to be hiring more people because it's that busy. We've got an amazing amount of listings hitting the market, an amazing amount of properties that we are bringing on board for management. The good thing is, realistically, like our systems and our processes are holding up really, really, really well. COVID taught us a ton about what we needed to do to make this just significantly more efficient. Now at this point, we're hitting that stride of where it's like, okay, what's going on in this market, right? So I wanted to bring up this week was, I keep our pulse. We keep a pulse on the market pretty well. The amount of volume that we do on the sales side, because we're doing such volume, it really gives us an inside look at what's happening from week to week in the market. Because every week there's another listing closing or another one going on the market or another, whatever it is, right? In addition, on the rental side, we're seeing the same type of thing. So like this week, I was talking to Sierra, who's handling applications, and she's seen a big slowdown in applications. In addition, we also had, I've talked to 3 different people that saw something change in the last few weeks on the sales side that, basically they said it's slowing down. So, of course, I wanted to check out the metrics and see what happens. And yes, lo and behold, looking at our Cromford reports, I'm showing that our peak demand, the demand index was at its peak here in Arizona in the December timeframe, right? When the demand was the highest of this last big surge. And that demand ended up coming down to the point where about, like, we're at the lowest point that it's been since last July, about maybe August. So the demand peaked and now it's coming back down. In addition, the supply is finally starting to creep up. So like us, for example, we've got a ton of properties that are going on the market for sale, which is hopefully going to be opening the market up a little bit more so buyers have more options to purchase. But at the same time, we're still seeing prices. Maybe moving forward, we're not going to see them surge like they are, but at least, right now, we're overpricing everything, it seems, and they're selling. So that's a good thing for our sellers. Eventually that's going to have to come to an end, and maybe we're getting closer to that than we thought. Who knows? There's still a crazy demand here in the valley. There's still a ton of people buying houses. We did actually got a lot of investor calls this week for more people wanting to buy real estate here in the market. So you just never know from week to week. It was exceptionally busy. Looking at everything else, wanted to just bring up a couple of things. The tax side of things. The taxes, and when you're selling property, it is so important to have a good team together. Of course, a great property management team, a good realtor, of course, but making sure that before you do anything on the sales side, before you potentially even refinance your property, like, what do those options look like to you from a tax perspective? From a long-term, short-term, from a future self, what is that going to look like to you, and how's it going to impact you? Having a good group of people in your corner is absolutely imperative. I feel like I help a lot of people through answering questions almost from a hypothetical standpoint, because I do see and I hear a lot of feedback from you all. Each one of your situation is uniquely your own, right? Just like mine is uniquely mine. So when you have somebody that's looking at your finances, that knows your finances and knows what your goals are, they're going to be able to really help you in understanding what that looks like. In addition, back to the point that I made, I think last week, the people that you're working with, you want to know real estate. If you're investing in real estate, make sure your CPA really knows real estate, so that when it comes down to the 1031 exchange, when it comes down to any of those, deferments or whatever they're going to try to do, that they're not just speaking from hypotheticals, but they're actually speaking from experience. I think that's super important. I remember back in the short sale days, we were doing a ton of short sales, and that was like my jam. I was at the forefront of the short sale market, and I would remember having conversations with lawyers, right? These lawyers were giving me theory. They were telling our clients something that wasn't even true in the market that we were in, because they were talking about, these hypotheticals that should be happening, but because the market was moving so fast, they didn't have even a chance to recognize what was going on and how that market could have shifted. We're in the front lines, we're in the trenches, and we're seeing that stuff. So as we see these things happening, we'll definitely keep you on the loop, let you know what's happening. The market is kind of making a little bit of a shift right now, where the demand is a little bit less. Keep in mind that little bit of less demand is still a ridiculous amount of demand, right? It's like out of control demand still. So wasn't as crazy as it was earlier this year, where it was like we could put anything on the market and just let it see. But follow the process. Let's see what happens. Hey, I appreciate you watching. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I look forward to connecting with you again next week. We've got Valley Handy staying super, super, super busy. The property management team, you'll probably, everybody's kind of doing their thing right now, trying to stay in their lane. And again, like I mentioned, we are going to be hiring. So if you know people that you think would be an amazing fit to the team on the operations side, or even at entry level, we're moving another person back from the front desk. If you know somebody that would make an amazing fit for the front desk, we've got great options. Everybody's got 401k matching, health benefits, and profit share. So if that's something that somebody that would be interested, please have them reach out. Thanks for watching. Take care.